What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome to FC Bayern München Talk again. We're here and we're here to talk about not one, not two, but three pieces of news that's come out in the past day. And I'm not gonna lie, why am I not too shocked? It's typical at this rate, innit? It just is typical. But I'll give my thoughts and what I recommend moving forward. Guys, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press alarm bells for future content notifications, like, comment your way, go check socials, and inshallah you're well wherever you may be. I say we just kick things off, to be honest. And you know what? I want to kick things off with like the biggest piece of news of them all, because this saga has been going on for a while now. Nick Woltemade. Apparently there was some phone call or like some video conference meeting the other day, and things didn't go to plan. I say we read through this, shall we? So it says, and I quote, Bayern have today submitted a new offer to Stuttgart for Nick Woltemade worth 60 million euros plus add-ons and sell-on clause for VfB. Stuttgart rejected the bid, even though the players can't believe the package would be enough. VfB demanded 75 million from Bayern today, something Bayern will not pay. And it's from Plattenberg himself. For those who can't see clearly, yeah, what it says over there, so you should be able to see it. Let's go through more of these news. I don't want to give what I'll say until I read through all of this. So this one's next. Oh, this is a long one. Damn. All right. So this is his agent now. And his agent saying, and I quote, okay, his name is Danny Bachman, by the way. Yeah. In March 2024, and most recently in mid-June, VfB made a clear commitment to a solution-oriented approach as soon as the next career step is possible. For an ambitious German international, a move to the record German champions and regular Champions League participants is an enormous opportunity. I agree 100%, to be fair. Facts. The solution demanded by Mr. Werle, which I believe is one of, I don't know if it's director, CEO, but he's somebody in charge of Stuttgart somewhere. Yeah. This week, within the questionable deadline was delivered today with a total package from the interest party Bayern and the player side totaling more than 60 million euros plus sell-on clause. Damn. So that was the solution demanded by Verle, apparently. But anyway, the VFB Supervisory Board's response was a demand for an unmarketable 75 million for a player who's joined on a free transfer. That's not only completely unfounded, especially for a domestic transfer, but is blatant contradiction to the aforementioned agreements. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. Reading that just tells you a lot that you need to know. But one thing I will say though, Stuttgart are showing backbone. I will give them that. They are showing backbone. And here's the detail about how the negotiation took place. And here's another one. Bosh. Anyway, a video call took place this afternoon between Bayern and Stuttgart bosses to discuss the potential transfer of Nick Woltemade. On the Bayern side, Jan Kussendriesen, Max Erbel, and Christoph Freund were represented, while Stuttgart were represented by Alexander Verle, Fabian Wolgemouth, and Christian Gentner, or whatever his name is. Sorry for butchering that name. A fee of 60 million was euros discussed, assuming all parties cooperate. That includes Woltemade foregoing part of his salary to help finance the move. Stuttgart, however, immediately rejected the proposal. It is now unlikely that there will be an agreement there before the Super Cup Saturday, which is the deadline set by Stuttgart. And this is by Toby. Yeah. Yeah. Where do I begin with all this? All this would have been solved if we just offered 65 million earlier. However, I will say now that they've done what I've asked them to do to some degree, 60 million, they were going to try to do some sell-on clause thing over there. I believe the agent was going to chip in some compensation fee or there. You know what I mean? And it didn't go to plan because they want now 75 million. Listen, I'll be real. If they're going to keep on doing this bullshit, then fuck getting Woltemade. I know I want to get Woltemade in. I know that we should pay 65. I know I said I would pay 75, get the player, but that was before the whole Diaz thing became a thing. And now we have Diaz for 75 million. So, yeah, it's one of them ones in which we're going to have to basically suck it up and move on. And it's a shame because I actually would have liked to have Nick Woltemade at Bayern, and he would have loved to join. And who knows, maybe he joins next summer. I don't know. But Stuttgart is playing a dirty game. The only way we can get Nick Woltemade in now is if he himself forces the move. Will he force the fucking move, though? That's the fucking problem. So, yeah, it's one of them ones, really. Let me answer this call just to tell my friend I'm busy. One sec. Good thing I answered, to be fair. My friend needed help for university stuff. But anyway, I'm back. So what was I saying? Yeah, I was saying, like, I'm pretty sure Woltemade, he would have loved to join. I mean, I would have loved to have him. Not just, you know, just because we need somebody to, like, play off Harry Kane, but, like, somebody for the long run as well. I actually think could have benefited at Bayern in the long run. But the thing is, unfortunately, is we ain't got much time in the window and we have to move on. The only hope we have is if Woltemade forces the move. Is he going to force the move? I don't know. It's like he doesn't look happy, but at the same time, he's trying to be Mr. Nice Guy. He's doing one of them Harry Kane things, gentleman agreement stuff. It's not good. It's really not good. He's doing the opposite of what Isak is doing with Newcastle. That's the thing. So, yeah, man. Listen, we're going to have to move on unless if Woltemade actually decides to force his way out. Because, by the way, if he forces his way out, and I'm maintaining the same thing with the Isak thing to Liverpool too, by the way. Big up Sai, Liverpool fan in the building. Yeah. If somebody forces his way out, you're better off just selling him. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense that you keep him, especially in a monetary sense, because that would then mean you're just going to lose out on more money when you sell them later because they're just going to perform more poorly, and then the fucking valuation plummets to the ground. So, or at least it devalues the player. So, yeah, man, listen. If I'm Nick Woltemade, if you really want Bayern München, force the move. That's the only way that we get the best deal possible, and they actually get rid of you because you forced the move, because now they have to sell for a lower price. But we don't have time for waiting for this. So we need to move on ourselves. And that's the thing. So, yeah, by the way, I will talk about that in a bit, Simon. I will talk about that in a bit. But, yeah, listen, that's my thoughts on Woltemade. And by the way, like, this whole thing about what the agent said, I find it interesting how they had their own agreement from back in 2024. I think this was at the start of last season. And then all of a sudden, they went back on their word. You know what I mean? So, the board. So, or not even the board, the supervisory board or the board. So, yeah, I guess that's between them. I don't know. But the whole thing is that if Woltemade really wants it, he's going to have to force his way out of the club. He's going to have to do it, man. Like, and here's the thing. It may not be morally right. It may not. But that's how football is nowadays, man. That's how it is nowadays. That's why Isak is doing what he's doing to Newcastle, which, listen, again, may not be the right thing to do. However, guess what? It gets you a move out of the club. You know what I mean? They have to send you out. So that's why, for me, like, if you really want to join Bayern, you have to force your way out. That's the only chance you have, Woltemade. Not like he's gonna watch this video, but if he ever does, that's the advice I have for the guy. Otherwise, enjoy Stuttgart and enjoy being a fucking loser. You know, maybe you'll compete for the Bundesliga, to be fair, because I do think Stuttgart have a good team, and I do think the manager is good enough, to push them into competing with us next season. However, at the same time, though, like, let's be realistic here. They're not the type of team that usually wins. The only reason why they won the DFB Pokal because they played Arminia Bielefeld in the final, and they just got themselves to the final and found them there. So it's just one of them ones. Like Bayern, Dortmund, Leverkusen lost to Bielefeld themselves to the semi-final. And Stuttgart just took advantage of the opportunity in the final, man. And Woltemade turned up in that final as well. Fair play to him. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I just need somebody, bro. Because I can't be relying on Gnabry and Vanner in the 10. Or, like, who's going to be our backup striker? I mean, to be fair, Kusiasari is one. Like, I'm happy with Kusiasari, but even then, it would be nice to get somebody else as well, extra option, and somebody that's a bit more proven too. That's just the way I see it. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to say there. I say we move on, though. Next piece of news. Hey, this one I'm like, what the hell are we doing, bro? Like, one day it's happening, one day it's not happening, another day it's happening. Like, I want comfort at this rate. I don't know how serious I'm supposed to take this next piece of news, but it's about Kingsley Coman. If you're living under a rock, it looks like now this fraud is saying Bayern gave the final green light for Kingsley Coman to travel today to Al Nassr, which, by the way, they're going to, I believe it's Hong Kong for the Super Cup, the Saudi Super Cup, because they're in it. Al Hilal was supposed to be in it, but our board decided to back out, withdraw because of the Club World Cup. You know, they want our players to rest. But now, apparently, we're sacrificing our qualification for next year as well. So, Allah Alam. But anyway, and there's obviously Al Ahli who replaced us in Al Qadsiya getting there. But anyway, the Frenchman will leave München in the next few hours. Move is done. Fee under 30 million. So I'm confused. So here it says under 30 million. Well, if I was to go check Florian Plattenberg, it says 35, I believe. I don't know who to believe. I would like to believe the 35 million. Maybe he's saying that and then plus add-ons, and he didn't add the add-ons bit. Yeah, see? So this is the news I was on about. See? He's expected to travel to Hong Kong. Wait, yeah, scroll. Yes. See, he's expected to travel to Hong Kong today to join the Nasser team there, where will sign his contract. He's being granted permission by Bayern. Khalas. He's gone, guys. If it's true, because again, at this rate, it's hard to believe. Wait, what did it say? Let me go back. Oh no, wait, let me go back. Alhamdulillah بيلحق على بطولة السوبر السعودي. It's just basically saying Alhamdulillah he'll be available for the Super Cup. Fairs. Anyway. Fairs. Is there anything more on Kingsley Coman? And then there's this asshole, this bloody guy, which we'll talk about. But can I just say, like, I know this brother missed the pen, and I said, like, he has one job, which is try to make sure that PSG don't win. Don't get it twisted with that pen that he missed, because I thought that penalty was audacious by him and he didn't score. But yeah, man, people doing too much with racial slurs. I can't even lie. Like, if this was a white man missing, I guarantee you they wouldn't be doing this to him. But guess what? Because it's another color. Yeah. And I even done a tweet about it too, because I just found it pathetic personally. Like, I'm not even shocked at this rate. Generally, I'm not even shocked. But I even done a tweet because I was like, I'm not shocked, bro. Why can't I search, for fuck's sake? Bro, I hate my laptop sometimes. Can I fucking search? Anyway. I don't want to give out. Oh, yeah. Good times. Oh, yeah, by the way, TikTok. We'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, see? This is what I posted. Nothing new when it comes to black players getting racially attacked after a bad moment, to be honest. I stand with Matisse Tel, white, black, together, blah, blah, hard. Yeah, because to be honest, it's just pathetic, innit? It just is pathetic. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Now, I say we get back to the piece of news. Yeah, man, Coman, listen, again, I wish him the best of luck, Mr. Lisbon, for scoring that goal in the final. He also had a moment with, by the way, not many people talk about it. I also forgot about it, but I forgot to mention it last time. He actually did contribute to us winning that league under Tuchel when Tuchel joined in after Nagelsmann sacking. He scored the first goal. We conceded the penalty. Forgot who gave it away. And then Musiala scored in the end to win after Dortmund choked. And they drew. So there's more information for you also. That's another big moment that Coman contributed in. And then the Juventus game. Well, to be fair, he scored the fourth when we were already 3-2 up. So he basically just killed the tie in that one. But yeah, in extra time. So that's not like, it's still big, but it's not as big as the other two, in my opinion. But that was when he burst into the scene because he scored against his former club as well, that one. Yeah. Yeah, Maxi, facts, man. Bro, if this was Harry, if this was a white man, let's put it this way: if this was Harry Kane at Tottenham, they're not doing this. They're not doing it. But because it's Matisse Tell, yeah. Wallah Yusuf Shakhbar, how are you doing, man? Inshallah, you're good. My club is just moving fraudulent as usual, man. As fucking per usual. You know what I mean? But yeah, I say now we move on to what's who's the possible replacement here? Allah, big up Ravi. Allah, I told you people, it's coming. TikTok, it's coming. Remember what I told you people? This is the follow-up that I was not happy about. Uh-oh. So this describes Coman's sale and then the follow-up.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
So the sale is the good, and the purchase is shit. Now, I'm not trying to say Nkunku is bad or anything, but I'm sorry, injury-prone, and we have already a bunch of injury-prone players. I'm not trying to have my club being the next hospital. Hospital FC settings. Bro, they're brain dead. They're genuinely brain dead. Bro, like, seriously, this is all they do probably in the boardroom.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard. Everyone's laughing, by the way, but it's true because everybody's heard it too. Everyone heard it, right? They look at everyone's like, yeah, big piece of dog shit.
They just chat shit, bro. Anyway, Christopher Nkunku is one of the main names on Bayern shortlist. He's considered an ideal player to cover several positions, but potential deal depends on its costs. Depends on its cost. Habibi, I think they already told us the cost. دقيقة تعال. Don't go anywhere. تعال. Look. Wait, no, not this one. Let's read this and then we'll eventually find it. عليكم. And this is from, who's this? Peter Rutzler. Okay. But again, it's Time Sport. Like I don't know if I'm supposed to rely on this or not. This is award winning, but I mean, I can't guarantee if it's reliable myself or not. Bayern München are considering a move for Christopher Nkunku once the sale of Kingsley Coman to Nasser is completed. A move to Bayern would appeal to Nkunku. I mean, I know that because it was widely being spoken about that he was intrigued in joining Bayern and going back to the Bundesliga last January. Who has attracted interest from elsewhere in Europe? Yes, again, Leipzig's one club. And I don't know which other club as well, but I know Leipzig is one of them because they're trying to get a swap deal with Xavi Simons, I think, if I'm not mistaken. That's what I understand from Yasser. Big up Yasser TV. Go subscribe to him. So, yeah, there you go. So that's another one. And then this one. Yeah, I'll see. And even there from Time Sports saying it as well. So maybe it is somewhat reliable because that's what Yasser told me. There you go. Chelsea for now will consider a permanent sale for Nkunku. They are looking to sign Xavi Simons and Alejandro Garnacho. Why the fuck are they looking for Garnacho? Bro, I mean, whatever. He'll probably get sold to Arsenal, bro. I'm not even going to lie. That'll be funny. But both deals will require further sales if they are to progress. Oh, no, okay, so it's different to what Yasser told me. So again, maybe, never mind. How have we not completed the deal yet? Because we're cheapskates. But to be fair, in this case, we somewhat tried to entertain the negotiations. They tried to offer as much as possible for what they value. I mean, they offered 60 million, and I think they were going to try to even offer more money from like the agent side or player side, whatever. And it didn't go to plan, bro. Didn't go to plan. Because they want 75 million. And to be honest, we ain't got time in the window, so we may as well move on, bro. Genuinely, Alf. We just may as well move on. But big up to Alf, man. Go subscribe to Alf Vervaike. By the way, Alf, I saw your stream with forgot her name, but I saw your stream from yesterday, I believe. And I see you're talking about Newcastle and Saudi, bro. To be fair, I kinda agree, to be fair. The project does need. I actually think with Newcastle they need better scouting, bro. They need to get a director and then they need to start scouting. But that's a different discussion for a different day. Anyway, big up man like Olise. Bring Antonio. I would love to have Nusa at Bayern. Why don't we just go for Nusa? Why don't we just go for Nusa? Like Matt. Anyway. So yeah, that's one news for the Nkunku saga. Is there another one? Oh, Muller made a book, by the way. That's kind of jokes. Cartoon. Oh, and then okay, Davies' leg muscles. I mean, okay, whatever. I mean, good. Good that he's grown muscle, but cool. But then there was one from Fabrizio Romano. I think this is where the valuation thing is being mentioned. Let me go back again. Let me go back to ZeerTalks because I did reposted this again. Where is it? Okay, Bush. Okay, so understand Christopher Nkunku one of the name the Bayern shortlist. Okay, so it's the same one. Is there one on Plattenberg? I see Plattenberg. Florian Plattenberg. I've been playing with Harry Kane. And then this is just the news on Kingsley Coman. There you go. So, yeah. Okay, then. Okie dokie, then. Yeah, he is bench material at best, but that's why I think they're getting him. Because obviously when Musiala's back, then he will go back to the bench. But, like, bro, we need somebody that's going to be taking over the reins for months. That's the thing. And for me, listen, I think Nkunku is a good player. I'm not even going to say he's a bad player. My only thing is I'm afraid he'll get injured at some point, and I mean some point very quickly. And it's just going to be a whole merry-go-round. Injury, he's back, he plays 1 or 2 games, injured. And then again, he comes back after a few months, same thing. I'm not trying to get somebody that's injury-prone when I have already my star boy getting injured for a long-ass time. I think people don't understand this. Like, we have an injury. We're trying to get a player to fit in that position for the player that got injured for a very long time because he fractured his fibula. And now, if he gets injured, we have nobody else. Now, of course, you can play Michael Olise in the 10. You can play Carl on the right. Push comes to shove. But that's just running our squad thin, don't you guys think? This is where I'm like, I'm not trying to get Nkunku. But I expected this deal to start being a saga again because, let's be honest, we can't get Woltemade in because we've been penny pinching for a long time. And Chelsea trying to sell Nkunku. Nkunku wants to go to the Bundesliga. He has intrigue in Bayern. Bayern have intrigue in Nkunku. When they want a player and they get the best value as they get possible, they'll get the player. I mean, to be honest, Nkunku for 40 mil. I mean, maybe to be fair. But injury prone, so maybe you should actually lower the price because he is injury prone. But the point is, if they will really want a player, they'll go get the player. And they showed it with the Luis Diaz thing. If they really wanted somebody, boom, they'll get him. That's why I think we'll get Nkunku, because I just know they'll want. And that's why I said TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. It's coming, guys. Deadline day, or even beforehand, we're getting Nkunku. I'm telling you right now, if we don't get Nkunku, I would be very shocked and impressed, personally. That's how I see it, quite frankly. So, listen, man. Bayern, to be honest, if it was up to me, you're better off just going getting Nusa or Malik Fofana. Go get him, and then maybe you play Olise in the 10. You play Carl on the right. You're better off doing that. And you may as well bring up Chavez into the team or something. I don't know. That's all we can do right now. That's all we can do because I just don't see, and in what world does Nkunku stay fit all season? Like, if I was to go through Nkunku's injury record right now, let's go through Nkunku's injury record. Injury. Yes, injury history. Boom. Okay, let's go through this together, guys. Yallah, we're gonna go through this together. Fuck off. يا أخي allow. Okay. Anyway, so in 24-25, he had a knock from 30th of April till 26th of May. Okay. He had a hamstring injury in 23-24 from 26th of February till what's this? 3rd of May. That was long, to be fair. That was long. Then he had a hip injury in that same season. And that same season, he was 5th of Jan till 28th of Jan. Okay, and then he had some fitness issue from this is November 1st till December 14. And then he had I'm going reverse order. I'm not even going actual order. Yeah. He had a knee injury from 3rd August till what is this? November 20th. So all this is in the same season. And then of course he has the knock last season. You know? And if I was to go at his time with Leipzig, let's go with his time at Leipzig, yeah? 22-23. Yeah. Torn muscle fiber. Yeah. March 4th till April 12th. Yeah. Beforehand, he has a fitness issue, and it's February 7th until February 17th. Okay, so it's 1 week, around like more than a week by a bit. All right, so he missed one game. All right. Torn lateral knee ligament. November 15th till February 6th. Yeah. Wrist injury, 17th of October until 2022 until 20th of October 2022. Now it's wrist. It's not as major as the other one, but like, you get the point, man. So the guy hurts himself in some way. Yeah, coronavirus back in the day, you know what's up. Back problems, ankle problems, groin injury. So look at that injury history. And I'm supposed to be accepting this at my club? Come on, man. Come on, man. What are we doing here? Like, if I have this at my club after Jamal Musiala got injured, and we have bare injuries these days at this club, well, Bayern München may as well be Hospital FC. Or Hospital FC, guys. FC Hospital München. It's not the fact that he's bad. I think he's good at link-up play. I think his technique is decent. I think that he has a good shot on him. Like, he actually has he's actually all around pretty decent. But the thing is with him, he's just injury prone. Yeah? Like, generally speaking, he's just so injury prone. Like, I just can't see in what world does he work at Bayern. Now, of course, if he manages to stay fit, then great. But do you want to take that risk? And that's the question. Do you want to really take that risk? Like, I get it. He can play left wing. He can play in the 10. He can play false 9. He can play strike, whatever. He can play that role very well. Cool. But the problem is the fitness. If you can't even be fit, what's the point? Well, what's the point? I don't think people understand. Wallahi, it's just jarring when I try to explain this stuff. So, Yeah, it is what it is. He says if we do the Olise at the 10 and Carl on the right way thing, let's be honest, on UCL, we're trusting that. Carl being marked by freaking Nuno or Balde, Vardy, big left back, can he get the job done? I mean, he has the technical ability. Now, it's just a matter of does he have the IQ? Because I've seen players that have technical ability, but do they have the IQ to be like, I'm doing too much here. I need to switch up my game a little bit. You know? I've seen a lot of players, by the way, that they may have the talent, but when they get marked out and found out, they don't try. They're basically very stubborn, you know? They like to they over dribble. Like, by the way, I have this complaint about Olise sometimes. Like, he likes to over dribble at times. Sometimes you just gotta be clever, you know what I mean? And by being clever, sometimes you just gotta be that guy that cuts back, you know, maybe be a bit more simple, play to the overlapping fullback, or maybe play along with the midfield, or maybe make a cross into the box, you know, play a killer cross or pass over there for the forward to the other side to get the job done, you know what I mean? So yeah, it is what it is. Oh, GTA nerd saying fick Max Erbel. I'm guessing in Germany saying fuck Max Erbel. Facts. I agree, brother. I agree. Facts, man. Fick Max Erbel. Facts. Will you watch Muller play in the MLS? I will actually follow up on him. I won't say I will watch his games, but I will follow up on him. I will. I wish him the best of luck in the MLS. Yeah, fuck Griffin, man. That fucking scum. He's a prick, bro. Chat's bare fucking shit thinking he knows everything. But it's not about fan favor. Yeah, we know it's not about fan favors, but how about you get the job done as a fucking director, you donkey? Allah Adim, I don't get this guy, bro. What do I think of Max Erbel? I think this whole idea of him actually trying to manage wage books, or lowering the wage structure, whatever it is, and then he's actually not really doing it properly is just funny to me. That's what I think, GTA nerd. Are you a Bayern fan, GTA nerd? Just get Fofana or Nusa or Eze or Simmons, even though getting Simmons would be hard. I would love to get Fofana or Nusa, man. But I would like to get Eze too. But I think Eze will cost the board a bit more money. So, yeah. GTA nerd, man. W. Good guy, man. Saudi Arabia buying Barca. Hey, listen. If Saudi buys Barca, man, that might be one of the Saudi clubs that I may have to be like, I can't back, man, because bun Barca and that, you get me. However, if Barca do well, I will say you are welcome. But I don't know if it will happen because La Liga is very stingy in that. So not stingy is not the word. They are very stubborn when it comes to getting deals from outside. But maybe, who knows? Maybe it'll get PIF to like help the league. Who the hell knows? They need hella money at this rate. Yeah, I mean they're doing the Super Copa and Riyadh and Jeddah like nearly every year. So you never know, man. You never know. Never know. That's all I'll say. Nusa would cost 40 mil max, by the way. Yeah, Leipzig is probably going to charge him more than what he's worth because, again, he's a top prospect in Leipzig. I'm telling you, market's inflated, guys. I've been telling you. Clubs nowadays, you need to understand. Clubs like Leipzig, like developmental clubs, you know, and clubs that are like in the lower half of the table or like mid-table, when they sell a top prospect, they're going to charge you more than what their value actually is because they value him so highly that they need to like make sure they get the most money out of it, milk all that money out of that guy, pause, and they need to make sure that they recoup all that cash and go get the players in other areas to boost their team so they can go again. That's the whole point. So it all started with the whole market inflation thing with Neymar transfer and the Pogba transfers and God knows what else. Yeah, and other transfers, the Lukaku, etc. So Listen, and Mbappe and blah, blah, Coutinho, Dembele, Griezmann. So, listen, if you want the player, go get him. Look what Liverpool did with that Kitike, putting the money in, boom. Is he worth 95 million? No, he's not. But look, Frankfurt making the money and they're getting players in. They have Bankart up top now. There you go. If they buy Barca, a lot of Madrid fans in Saudi would get arrested. No, they wouldn't. GTA nerd, no, they wouldn't, bro. That's not how it works. That's not how it works, bro. That's not, listen. I think you play too much GTA, bro. Too much GTA being played. But big up for playing GTA. Bayern shirts in Saudi. No, nowadays you can find Bayern shirts. A lot of the Bayern shirts I buy are from Saudi, by the way. I buy from like the Adidas from Saudi. All the time. Next month I'm going to do the same. And they're even selling training kits and everything nowadays. Back then it was rare to find, to be honest. Now it's not as rare. Now you can find them easily. Believe it or not. Obviously, some branches you won't find them in display, but if you ask like an employee there, they'll have it in stock somewhere, the back. So you'll find, bro. You'll find. It's not true. You know what I mean? And by the way, now actually, this is the first year that they're selling the authentic kits, not the fan kits. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I'm gonna buy the authentic one though. Especially not with this red kit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it is what it is. But, listen. Back to conversation. Yeah, man. But listen, I just need to get... I need somebody that can play in the forward line at this rate. I would love it to be Woltemade compared to Nkunku, but it looks like it's going to be Nkunku. And I'm going to have to, like, pray to God, Ya Rab, inshallah, that, you know, the guy actually doesn't get injured and we can get something out of him. Prem fans are basically... What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? No, I actually don't know what you mean by that. Big up Mob Boss, man. How you doing, man? Hopefully you're good, bro. Hopefully you're good. But yeah, it's just... I don't know. And by the way, we still need to figure out the defensive department. Like, Kim Min-jae, is he going to go? Is he going to stay? I realistically think that we need a defender. Midfielder, we probably need another one after getting rid of Paulinho. I don't think Santos is ready. I don't think Kiala is ready. Personally, that's just me. Obviously, Orbig and Neuer is going to play in goal. Some Bayern fans will say, you know what, Donnarumma is available in the market. Go get Donnarumma. It's not happening. Get over it because we have Manuel Neuer, who's playing one more year, and they're going to ease him out, and hopefully, and he's in Orbig. And Orbig is going to be supposedly that starter not next season. Yeah, not this coming season, then one after. So, when Neuer retires. So, yeah, man, we're going to have to just get used to it. You know, Americans are stubborn and geography, they only know one country. It's America, and Prem fans only watch one league. You know what? If that theory, I agree 100%.
I said, give me a hell yeah.
Yeah, man, it's a shame, innit? It's a shame, innit? So Nkunku linked. Yeah. But with this squad, there's no way we're making Champions League. By the way, I need to hold Hokage accountable for his prediction. Man said we're going to make the Champions League final. There's no chance in hell we are making that final. Oh my, bro. If we make that final, he actually deserves an award because that is a bold-ass prediction. But there's no fucking chance we're making the final. I swear down. Man said we're going to make the final. Bro, why? Big up but man said we'll make the final. I'm like, what? And I even made a comment, man, saying, I can't believe. Are you mad? With the squad? Are you crazy? Well, listen, Hokage, well, if you're watching, big up to you. Go subscribe to him, yeah? Like, the guy is actually doing top content, not just buying, but on age and whatever. But, bro, this is what he said. And I was like, what the fuck? Look, so this is his channel, yeah? Big up to him, my guy, yeah? He actually deserves more than 811 subs. He deserves more subs. Actually, go subscribe to him. See? Bayern channel and all. Yeah? I actually would love to do content with him one day. Where's that stream, yeah? Where's that stream he done? I swear to God, where was it? No, not goodbye. It was... Which one was it? Predictions. He done a prediction stream, I swear. And this Bayern stream. Where was it? Nominees. Let me go. No, not live. Videos. It was in videos. Akhi, stop lagging. Abu khairak. Okay, there. Okay, go down. Is there a... Yeah, bold predictions. So he done a bold prediction stream, yeah? And I swear down, when I heard this one, this is when I'm like, yeah, all right, it's around here. Let's listen to this. Let's listen to this.
Absolute heat. But anyway, so that Michi guy better watch. And if he's a Barca fan, of course, there's always something wrong with Barca fans online.
Facts.
There's always something wrong with them.
Fact. There's always something wrong with Barca fans. I agree 100%. By the way, just to prove a point that there's something wrong with Barca fans, I mean, look at this behavior, man.
From me to you, go fuck yourself. That's really all I have to say.
So yes, there is something wrong with Barca fans, man. Bro, there's always something. Bro, there's also something wrong with the Barca board. It got Omar doing this.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Listen, let me tell you something, okay? You see this club, yeah? We're moving like flipping New Housewives of Beverly Hills. Where's the let me see if I can find it. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up because I want to show everybody what Barcelona is right now. Hold on, where is it? Where is the picture? Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna pull out the picture. Where's the picture? Here it is. There it is. This is my club right now, Zier. This is my club right now. Look at this. This is Barca right now. This is Barca right now.
What in the fuck is that? What is that? Oh my God. What the fuck? Oh my God. What the fuck have I just seen? Oh, bro, you can't be fucking serious. You can't be serious.
No, this is Barcelona right now. Sorry.
Oh my God. I'm so...
I'm just gonna leave this here for a little bit for you guys.
Oh
Have your
my
last
God. I'm trying to digest what's going on. What the fuck? It's so random. Keep me up with this.
This is my club, guys.
By the way, can I just say you're boosting Madrid fans' ego showing this shit. Fox, he is boosting Madrid fans' ego. I mean, look, Omar's one of them. Look at this. Omar's boosting Omar's semi. Look, boosting his own semi's ego, man. What can I say, man? Now, but by the way, yeah, facts, man. Let's watch this. Because this is interesting.
They're never normal. So watch what you say, Michi. Loser. Anyway, first, we will be in the UCL final. I think Bayern will be in the not the Bundesliga final, the UCL final this year, Budapest 2026. Why do I think that?
Let's go.
When I'm looking at Europe, the landscape, and I'm looking at who the favorites are for the Champions League this season, 100%, there's 4 teams that stand out the most to me. There really is 4 teams that stand out the most to me. It's PSG, it's Liverpool, it's Barcelona, and Bayern. For me,
to be honest, bro, I think you need to scrap Bayern and just put them 3 because, to be honest, I agree with you with them 3. However, there is no 4. Actually, if you want to add a 4, maybe PSG. Who the fuck knows? But if I'm being realistic, Bayern München, we can play all the good football that we want. But if we can't finish our dinner, guess what? We ain't making no final. If we can't keep our players fit, guess what? We ain't making no final. That's just the truth, guys. That's the truth, guys. Listen, Hokage is my guy, innit? Like, big up to him, man, and I wish him the best in what he does. But at the same time, we gotta keep it a buck and we gotta keep it real here. There's no fucking chance that we're making the final unless if somehow these youngsters end up actually cooking and we got some blessing out this blessing in disguise out of this. That's the term. Those are the terms I'm trying to use. So hey, listen, I hope he's correct. Listen, I'm not gonna be one of them guys that's gonna be like cussing him out for it. Nah, listen. Everyone has their own opinion. I understand and I'm aware of this. But if you don't get it right, I'm telling you now, I will remind you of this and we're going to have a conversation about it. Because I'm sorry, this is mad. But hey, listen, take all the risks that you want. However, it better pay off. That's all I'll say, man. Because put it this way, if we don't make the final, well, listen, Hokage, I hope you don't I hope you don't feel insulted when I say this, but you basically gonna end up looking like the next version, the FC Bayern München version of Igal. We don't want that to happen. Wallahi, we are. Listen, big up Igal as well. Yeah. However, we are FC Bayern München. This is Arsenal Football Club, and you know this. Yeah, you know this. Yeah. So we can't be lowering ourselves to them. We can't, bro. We can't. So this better be correct. This better be correct. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, let's continue.
These are the 14, and the reason why I say this is they are just playing the best style of football you can at the moment. High press, high line, just rapid attack, chance creation, overwhelming your opponents. That's the number one thing all these teams have in common. They like to overwhelm their opponents and just dominate them. And for me, it's no coincidence. At least this is my personal opinion. You might disagree, fair. But I think, these four teams play that dominant style the best in Europe. And for me, going into the season with all the teams strengthening, well, actually, PSG haven't really strengthened this summer. Barcelona made some decent.
PSG, they just got Chevalier and that Bournemouth center back. I forgot his name. I can't even pronounce his name. Zabarni, I think his name is. That's all they really got. I'm not going to lie. After what I saw yesterday, I don't really think PSG are in the mix. So I'm more convinced with Barcelona, Liverpool, and what was the other one? Barcelona, Liverpool. He mentioned the third team there. Yeah, I'm not convinced with PSG, really. Did he say PSG? Because if he said PSG, then yeah, Barcelona, Liverpool. I'm more convinced with the Barcelona, Liverpool. I wouldn't be shocked if Real Madrid do something because let's be honest, you know how Real Madrid win their Champions Leagues. They somehow pull the cat out of the bag or something. But the way that they play football, I'm not convinced. However, you never know when it comes to like coming back from behind, remontada, blah, 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 blah. They are good at doing that despite playing poorly. They really are. But then again, they have Alonso as coach, so who the hell knows? That guy's a fraud. Like, he's good, but he's not as good as people make out. I mean, the guy that everyone's calling a fraud, beat him 5-0 in aggregate. Come on now. Let's be reasonable here.
Signings, really, Liverpool strengthened big time, and us at Bayern have made some decent little signings here and there. Luis Diaz coming in, Jonathan Todd, Tom Bischoff, hopefully another one or two players coming in before the transfer window.
Now, you say this. Is this enough, though? I'm sure we can both agree it's not enough. I mean, us both and a lot of Bayern fans have been pushing for Erbil and Fluent and God knows who to actually get the business done, and they haven't really done so. Oh, yeah, Chelsea's another shout. How could I forget Chelsea? Yeah, Chelsea is a good shout. Yeah, fuck it. I'll say Liverpool, Barca, and Chelsea. And then if you want to add the fourth and fifth, maybe you can add like PSG and Madrid or Bar, whichever. But I mean, Real Madrid, you know what they do, bro. The problem with us is like we're not clinical enough. Yeah, we don't keep our players fit. We're not clinical enough. We overwork certain players. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
No ends. But Yeah, those are the 4 teams I'm looking at. And, Champions League, you can be a great team. You could have all the best players. You could have the best tactics. You could have the most perfect game. But at the end of the day, you also need some luck on your side. And I think this year, with Visa Company being able to build on top of what he did last year, the team is not far off. They're really not. We were missing 3 big boy players in that Inter tie. If Musiala, Upamecano, and Alphonso Davies are there, I think we make life.
I don't think that's a good excuse, to be honest. I don't think that's a good excuse because, let's be honest. First of all, Herbal decided to make our squad go thin by selling De Ligt for one, so that's an option gone. And 2, left back, same thing with Esnu, let him go. So there you go. So basically, it's down to Herbal. It's down for Herbal that if he was to get rid of somebody, he has to go get somebody in. He didn't do that. And now he put us in a situation in which our squad was thin. We had to play Stanisic left back, which, I mean, he's not bad, but he didn't play great at that time. And yeah, we had to play Bowie, Limer, Kimman, Jackass, and bloody Dyer. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I am talking about. And then we don't finish our chances. And next thing you know, we end up losing. The thing is, right, he was talking about how these teams, that the Liverpools, the PSGs, the Barças, he even mentioned Bayern, we're all high-pressing teams, and that's why we look like we're the most equipped. I feel like a lot of fans, and Hokage, in all due respect, you are one of them, undervalue defensive football. I really do. Defensive football, I feel like in a Champions League setting, now obviously it doesn't work with all teams. However, let's say if you are leading by 1 goal. The best example, Barcelona, when they played against Inter Milan, they were leading 3-2. So the aggregate score at the time was, what was it? I think it was 6-5. Right? All they had to do was see out the game, see out the tie. What did they do? They decided to go attack mode. Yamal tried to go for a goal. He failed. What happens? They go on the other end, and the Cherby scores. And guess what? At the end, Barcelona got knocked out. Why? Because you need to know when to be defensive in phases of the game. When you are leading, sometimes you have to be defensive. You can't just be press, attack. Yes, attack. And if you score so many goals, cool, that makes sense. However, if you're playing in a game in which it's so marginal and fine margins are the differences between winning and losing, you're going to have to defend your way out at times. And this is where we could fumble with this mentality of only attack. Don't get it twisted. I had an argument with Core yesterday about this whole thing, in which he thinks defense wins champion. No, you cannot. Bayern can win with an attacking style. We've done it before. We can do it again. But in some phases, we need to see out results. The only way you see out results is if you defend. That's why I would have loved to have kept Palhinha, because Palhinha would have been a good profile for us to defend a lead. You know? And again, that also comes down to mentality, to be fair, and in-game management and all that stuff. And here's another problem. Does company have the in-game management to ensure that we can go far enough in the Champions League, to manage the squad so that we can go far enough? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. I just don't. You know? Anyway.
Light work with Inter Milan. Straight facts. No cap. Truth on my own testicles. I think we destroy Inter Milan if all of our top players were there. Musiala, Upa, Davies. I mean, probably the 3 most important players, Bayern's 3 best players up until that moment, out of the team. So,
yeah, man didn't mention Olise and Kane, but I think he's talking about 3 of like Yeah, I get what he means, but like, it's not a good look. But the way he delivered it,
We're not far off. We've made some decent signings. Hopefully, one or two more come the end of this window. And with the style of football companies playing the new levels that our players in the squad are reaching, we can be there. And it's not a crazy thing to predict that we will be in the UCL final in 2026. So, Visa and Company and the boys, you got my trust. The Hokage is on your side, bro. I'll be watching. Prove me right.
more like prove me wrong, bro. I mean, prove you right, prove me wrong. But yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to making the final. And the rest is like about Bundesliga and players out play, not play, like whatever. Like the thing is for me, like to get to that stage, we need to have the best squad available. They have to be consistent, and they need to be knowing what to do in the right place and at the right time. Do we have what it takes to do this with this squad? I don't know. I would be leaning towards no more than yes. Now, do I think we will have a better season than last one? Sure. I think we'll be more convincing in the Bundesliga. I think DFB Pokal we might go farther. I don't know about winning it. And in the Champions League, depending on the luck of the draw, maybe semis, maybe who knows, depending on who we get. But the thing is, to make the final and to win the Champions League, it takes more than just, name, players, and blah, 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 blah. Your manager needs to know what he's doing. Not just tactically, attack. Because his tactic, to be fair, is pretty good, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it does get boring when we play sideways, backwards. And we did it against Inter Milan in some phase, and it pisses me off that we did it. And that's why I knew Inzaghi was going to beat us anyway. Color me shocked. We actually lost to Inter Milan. Sideways, backwards bullshit. Yeah? And then when we get chances, we miss. But it's just, come on, like, in-game management. And that's another thing. Are you going to make the right decision at the right time? You know, my cousin, he told me something. It was 2 weeks ago when I was at my relatives. And he said, الشوط الأول حقة اللاعبين والشوط الثاني حقة المدربين. Do you know what that means? The first half is for the players. The second half is for the managers. Yeah? Meaning, the players have to do a job in the first half. Yeah? Now it's up to the manager in the second half to see what's going on with these players. If they're doing a job, if they're not, seeing who the hell does he have in disposal, with what qualities and profile they possess. And guess what? Bring them on and see if they can change the game. That's down to the fucking manager. And does the manager have that what it takes? I'm not sure. I have to say, if we only win the Bundesliga, realistically, he should be gone by now, in my opinion. But if it's only Bundesliga this season, he should be sacked. I don't give a fuck. He realistically should be sacked. Because we need to be winning DFB Pokal and Champions League as well. We can't just be winning Bundesliga. That's crazy. Because that would just show me that the supervisory board and the board themselves are just content with fucking winning the league only. We should not be reducing ourselves to that. You understand what I mean? So let's see. Let's hope for that our supervisory board wake the fuck up. I'm hoping for too much, to be honest. But then again, all I can do is, I mean, I'm Muslim at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And even then, I'm not trying to have blind faith, but if I don't do dua, bro, I may as well just cry and just, be depressed. Seriously. Like, I may as well. And even then, that's not worth it. So it is what it is. True. I'm not going to lie, true. I remember we called for him to getting sacked. True that. So, yeah, but guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Who should I redirect to? What? Why can't I? What the fuck? Why can't I wait? Let me go back to. Okay. There you go. Redirect. Who's live? Big up to every single one. I hope you guys are liking. I'm subscribing, by the way. Can't speak. Who's live? Let's see how many of you are liking and subscribing to this stream right now. Because I know you guys can be frauds. So, 5 likes. That's pathetic. We need to push to like 10 likes or something eventually. Come on, man. Stop being fraud. Anyway, looks like I'm going to redirect to halftime hook. Actually, no. You know what? Let's redirect to Kaz. Is Kaz still live? Is Kaz live? Yeah, he is. Bye. Never a foul. Yeah, we're going to redirect to Kaz. Big up to Kaz, man. Big up to Godfrey, bro. Hopefully you're good. Guys, like and subscribe on your way out. Obviously, press alarm bells. We'll be back for the European heavyweight show, inshallah, later tonight. You know what I mean? Gonna talk about events going on with European clubs, Champions League winning clubs. Hold that, Godfrey. Jokes. Actually, no. To be fair, hold that, Arsenal fans. Yeah, Champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. And listen, yeah, man, I'm gonna be on FCB show with Omar BYT. So go check out his channel later on tonight. It's gonna be 3 p.m. EET, so that's I believe 8 p.m. UK, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there you go. And Shay, listen, man, go check socials, inshallah, you're well wherever you may be. Yeah, we're gonna redirect to Cass. Until then, and you know what? Actually, we may as well play this because speaking of champions of Europe, you'll never sing that anymore. In their case, it's never anymore. Because they actually bottled the Super Cup to PSG. So here you go. Until then, see you later.
It's the history of the Tottenham.